Entrevista Record Música de hoje está mais do que especial. Recebe um convidado internacional, hein? Ele é guitarrista de jazz e tem uma das vozes mais melodiosas da atualidade. Ele está vindo pelo Brasil pela 10ª vez. Ele tem uma química com os brasileiros incrível. Ele é Jonh Pizzarelli. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
In Brazil, you know. Two kisses.
I'm in.
You are traveling to Porto Alegre.
Yeah, and Belo Horizonte, Londrina, Rio, and Santos.
Santos. How long are you going to stay?
15 days altogether.
15 dias. Ele vai ficar 15 dias no Brasil se apresentando. É uma turnê que apresenta o CD dele baseado no Sinatra. Is this show is based on your last CD, Sinatra?
Yeah, there'll be some things from the Sinatra record. We do some things from our old Beatles record that they love here, and we also do some bossa nova, as well as a lot of American standards.
Okay, something special to Brazilians?
And some new songs out. Yeah, there's always the Brazilians love the Beatles stuff, so we do more Beatles than we would in the United States.
Okay, they love. Yes, they love Beatles.
And they sing along to that, and there's certain standards too that are great. So.
Okay, what are you prepared for us?
I thought I'd play the Gershwin standard. They can't take that away from me.
Okay.
Is that good?
Ele preparou alguma coisa especial pra gente no música.
The way you wear your hat.
Olha que lindo.
The way you sip your tea. The memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams. The way you sing off key. The way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never meet again on the bumpy road to love. Still I'll always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we dance till 3, the way you changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me.
Beautiful. Nossa, é um privilégio estar aqui com você.
Thank you.
Do you know some words in Portuguese? Do you understand when I speak in Portuguese and
Certain
English?
ones sound the same, so privilege sounded like privilege, so I took a shot.
Privilégio. And what else do you know?
Well, I know certain things. I know I'm allergic to shrimp, so I know sem camarão.
Camarão.
Yeah, can't have camarão. And frango, chicken.
Chicken.
3 caipirinhas.
Frango and caipirinha.
Yeah, well, you know.
3 caipirinhas.
3 caipirinha.
You like caipirinha?
Mais um.
What else do you like?
I can sing
food and drinks in Brazil. Feijoada?
Feijoada is great. And the churrasco when you go to the...
Porto Alegre.
Yeah. That's the thing is that every city when you go there has a certain thing that they love so much. So it's fun when someone says, oh, Porto Alegre, you got to have the churrasco there, or you have the cachaça in Belo Horizonte or something like that. Or,
pão de queijo.
Oh, see, I'll have to get that. See, that's the thing. Everybody always says, there's a new thing you learn in every
Doce
city.
de leite.
Right.
Okay, let's go to the music. How did you find out that you want to be a musician?
Well, it was...
Young?
Yeah, I was very young, and music was in my family from when I was very young. My father's uncles played instruments. My dad plays instruments.
That is very famous.
Amongst musicians in New York, he's as famous as they get, you know, and he's played with everybody. Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, Tom Jobim.
Did you meet these people?
I met Frank Sinatra. I never met Tom Jobim. I met Tony Bennett. There was a great guitar player named Freddie Green who played with Count Basie. I got to meet through my father. So there were a lot of great people that inspired me, and mainly because my father introduced me to them through their music or personally, you know. So.
And how old were you?
I was very young, and between the years of when I was 6 to about 14, I started to figure out that music was really what I like to do.
6 to 14?
Yeah, between those years, I started listening to records. The Beatles, my sisters had the Beatles records, so I'd listen to them, and I listened to Elton John, and I would try to play along with the records, you know, and you know, learn all those things off the records. You know, I'm playing bands in school. And then when I went to high school between 14 and 18, I started to learn a lot of things from the records, and then also jazz off of records too, and things like that.
Okay. You just listen to jazz at home or another style?
Well, my sisters, I have two older sisters, so they listened to lots of rock and roll. So we had the Allman Brothers and James Taylor and Jackson Browne and the Beatles and things like that. And my father had Benny Goodman and Frank Sinatra and Count Basie and João Gilberto and things like that. So we had all these records all over the place when we were kids.
It was a great inspiration.
Oh, yeah, or just music. And my father never said, you can't play this kind of music, you know, or like, it's rock and roll, don't listen. Loved everything that we did. So if he would say, oh, you have to go play a dance tonight, I'll take you, you know, here, take my amp, and here's a guitar, you know. He loved that we loved music.
And when did you start to play exactly?
So I was 6 years old when I first learned, yeah.
Yeah?
And then when I was 10, I started to play the guitar.
Okay, and do you know another instruments? Or?
I played a little trumpet.
Trumpet?
In the marching band in high school.
Oh, in marching.
Yeah.
Is difficult?
A little bit. It's hard to play the trumpet and walk backwards.
Yeah. But you know now to play? How
to
play?
Little bit.
Okay.
I play a little bit well, and then, but it allows me, I know so many people who used to play the trumpet. And also, when I met Wynton Marsalis, I had common ground. I talked to him about the trumpet because I knew certain pieces that he played, and it's fun. I was able to connect with him, not just by saying, I think you're great. I said, well, how about this one piece you played? And he was like, oh, you know about that? And I said, well, I used to play the trumpet, so I had common ground with him.
Your father is a guitar player, okay, jazz guitar player.
Right.
It was easier or more difficult to have a father with the same profession?
For me, it was...
He wanted you to be a guitar player?
Yeah, I mean, I like the guitar because every place you go in our house, the guitar is like this. So everywhere, if you want to eat...
to carry?
If you want to eat, you have to move the guitar off the table. Sometimes the guitar is on a seat, you have to move the guitar off the seat to sit down. So you always had to pick the guitar up. So eventually you started, well, how do I play the guitar, you know, because you always had to move it. So that was what and so I figured, well, I just started to play it and learn certain chords. And then my father said, well, try it like this, and then listen to this record, and maybe you can learn these notes off of that. And he would show me certain songs and chords and things. So he liked that I liked it. He
wanted.
Yeah.
But as a professional, he wanted?
I think
because it's not easy to be a musician.
Right. And I never knew I was a professional musician. And I got to be about 28 years old, and I realized I play music to make money. I didn't realize it, really. I was just going out to gigs, and I love to play. So I've just been doing this now. I've been forever. So I never thought of anything else, you know. I like to play baseball and basketball and things like that, but I never thought...
But you're not so good as a baseball player.
I like to watch baseball. It's easy.
How much do you make as a baseball player?
I wouldn't make any money. Nothing.
But in the beginning of your career, you make money to survive as a musician?
Yeah, I used to do all kinds of gigs. And I was lucky because I worked with my father, and he'd pay me really well.
Oh, good.
And then I'd work with my brother, and we'd make, you know, enough money to get through a weekend and buy a beer or something, you know, and have fun doing that. So I was always very lucky that, you know, my father said, you play rock and roll, you make no money, and you play jazz with me, you make a lot of money. So he said, you're the only guy who does that. Usually guys play rock and roll, make a lot of money, and the jazz guys make no money. I had it the other way around.
Yes.
So my father and I just worked all the time, and we loved just to go out, play, and make music.
Do you compose?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
But you have in your CDs, no?
Yeah, some songs.
Sometimes.
Every once in a while, I put 1 or 2 songs on every record. That's not like if it's a Sinatra record, I wouldn't put any original songs.
Do you have something that you can show a little bit?
Let's see. There's
uma canção dele que ele compôs.
So this is a song. It's just an instrumental, if that's okay.
Okay.
This is from the Bossa Nova record. This is called Francesca.
Sometimes people compare you with Nat King Cole.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Well, when I first started to learn music, I learned Straighten Up and Fly Right. A buzzer took a monkey for a ride in the air. The monkey thought that everything was square. The buzzer tried to throw that monkey off his back, but the monkey looked at him and said, now listen, Jack, straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. I cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. You see, that buzzer tells the monkey you were choking me. Release your hold and I will set you free. The monkey looks the buzzard right dead in the eye. Says your story's touching, but it sounds like a lie. So straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. You better straighten up and fly right. I cool down, Papa, don't you blow. Don't you blow. Fly right. That was the first Nat Cole song that I learned. And when I played it for my father, and I had learned it from another record. It wasn't a Nat Cole record. But he said, that's a Nat King Cole song. You have to get his records and learn all of those songs. So went to the record store and bought Nat King Cole's 2 records of all his trio music. And went, oh my goodness, you know, and learned all of the songs. Route 66, Paper Moon, all those songs. And I thought, well, that's what I want to do. I want to have a group plays all these Nat Cole songs just like that, play a lot of great jazz, have fun. And that inspired me to get my own group and to do that.
And now the people say that you are...
Well, I was inspired by Nat King Cole, and I've always said, you know, if I never heard Nat King Cole, I probably wouldn't be here. Because I think Nat King Cole inspired me through his music to want to do this for a living, to really play jazz music this way and have fun doing it. Nat King Cole was a great inspiration. So I'm honored if they say, oh, you're like Nat King Cole. Well, thank you. Muito obrigado. Because it's a great thing. I mean, Nat King Cole is fantastic.
Yes, it's fantastic. I'm going to a break. Vou fazer intervalo bem rapidinho. Já volto com Jonh Pizzarelli. E a deliciosa música, delicioso jazz. Já voltamos com a Entrevista Record Música.
1, 2, 3, 4.